at Lake Eola Charter School, our mission is to create active, engaged learners in the 5 C's, which are comprehension of your reading material, computation, and that's your math, critical thinking, which allows you to pass any test. We don't do FCAT prep. We teach you how to critically think, and then you can do actually anything. We're a downtown school. We're active in the community, and we truly believe that we are our brother's keepers. So we actually do every single month community service. Curriculum it's a work in progress. Your children are different every year, so your curriculum really needs to be reevaluated. A charter is what the name implies. You have a charter, you have a charter agreement with the district. You're just simply saying, we will engage in educating children in the following ways, and you outline that. It's actually a contractual agreement that says, here's how I'm going to educate children, here's how I'm going to prove that I'm educating children, and here's how you can come in and evaluate me.
Lake Eola Charter School is extremely consistent, has been for the 13 years that we've been here. It's always been an A-rated school. The teachers are handpicked for all intents and purposes.
Immediately when I came in, I realized it was something very different in the interview even. I would be working not with textbooks, but creating my own curriculum based on national benchmarks.
We don't use Sunshine State standards. We use a more elevated standard, a more national standard.
Teaching mixed grade classrooms, because I have 6th, 7th, and 8th grade together, presents a challenge on the one hand, but it also means that I'm actually teaching a 3-year curriculum. And so I have the privilege of thinking, what do students need over 3 years to have them ready for high school? And it means that I can really make choices in the best interest of students.
We also do things that are more, we call it demonstration learning. Sometimes kids aren't good with that paper and pencil, but let them tell you what they know. Let them show you what they know, and they just blossom.
We don't have a library in our school, so regular visits to the public library is a wonderful resource. Not only are there the books there, but there's the resources of the librarians of all their information, of all the research resources that are there. And of course for the smaller children, story time and things like that.
We want to provide as many experiences at Lake Eola Charter School that says to kids, learning extends after 3:30, learning extends after 8th grade. I think arts is what makes us civil. It really does. It brings something extra into who we are, and really it polishes us off. We don't have an art teacher. However, we go to the pottery studio so our kids can use the wheel and make the living pottery. We have a partnership with the History Center, which is diagonally from the school. And what they'll do is they'll call us up and they'll say, what does your history curriculum look like this year? And let's say on that given year we're doing early civilization. They will create an art project that ties into that. It transcends all subject area. You're reading the book, you're doing the art, you're knowing the history, and that's what learning has to be. It cannot no longer be standalone. So my vision is to build more of those art integration activities, and you're always bound to click into something a child's interested in, and once they can make those associations and put it all together, that is learning that stays with you. It doesn't become temporary learning, it becomes permanent learning.
I thought it was a good idea to teach Romeo and Juliet, which is something that I had done in the past with middle schoolers because I know they'll have it in high school. So that year they were putting on Romeo and Juliet, so sort of coincidentally we decided we would read it and then we would go. And it became a tradition to see what play the Orlando Shakespeare Theater was putting on, and then we would study that play.
Those kids can take that drama and carry it into the class, and they will demonstrate their learning. Our after-school offerings are, again, always a work in progress. We're always looking to bring in programs. We've had chess in the past, yoga, science Olympiad. We've had Odyssey of the Mind in the past. We have health club and running because we realize how important your health is. Health is not PE class. Health has to be lifelong learning. It really does.
We've been here since the kids were in kindergarten when they were small. And then you see them grow up and turn into 8th graders and graduate into 9th grade and now one in high school. It's kind of neat to see how successful the kids are educationally and culturally and things of that nature. It's a neat thing to see.
We like the uniform idea of a uniform, and we like the opportunity that parents get to partner with the teachers in helping to educate their children. The teachers, they really do care for the students. Whether your child is having a rough time in the subject or your child is doing excellent, you hear from them.
It's a sound program. So we can always improve on the core values and certain aspects, but it's a great program to begin with.
I think LACS is special because it's, one, a charter school, two, we use like all of our surroundings, as in Lake Eola Park, the Orange County Library.
Well, LACS, we take a lot of cool field trips everywhere. I mean, like, just like a couple weeks ago, went to like a Dali Museum and a Holocaust Museum down in St. Petersburg.
They recently visited the Holocaust Museum. They wrote letters that, as you can see, it touched me at a place where you say, wow.
And then practically every year we take some sort of field trip to like the Philharmonic.
I like how the teachers actually go one-on-one with other students and they just don't talk to the whole class.
Like the teachers are more hands-on. Like sometimes like they'll like look at you, make sure that you understand what they're teaching. Just like they won't just like look over you, make sure that everybody in general, they'll just make sure that you particularly know.
Part of the thing that LECS really helped me understand is the teachers wanted you to have a great foundation for high school, so they would teach you principles that you could bring to high school, like time management.
They know how you learn, like they know your learning style. They're like trying to interest you in a subject and trying to make you understand it.
I've been here for 11 years, and what makes this school work is the way that our curriculum is presented to the students and taken to the students. We teach to mastery.
The knowledge they have, they're so resourceful, encouraging, and focused. And I think you can describe most of the teachers that way. They go above and beyond to ensure that the students, when they leave here, they can function in any field.
They're always coming to me saying, I went to this workshop and I found that, can we try it out? And because we are a small school and because we are a charter and independent, we can pilot it, and if it works, keep it, and if it doesn't, jettison it.
What it really meant for me as a teacher, honestly, is that I could come back to why I wanted to be an English teacher in the first place, which is that I love to write, I love to read, and I wanted to share that with students.
Miss Friedman taught us to read for fun. Well, had us read like 30 minutes each night, and I think I read about 300 books, I want to say, within the course of the 3 years of middle school.
The kids here are very, very science-minded. They know it's a challenge. They know my class is a challenge. I challenge them. I would say probably at least 75 to 85% of the kids at this school love science.
Mr. Madewell has a big impact on my life, where I'm majoring in biomedical sciences. It's a Bachelor of Science degree, and I'm actually graduating in 3 years, summa cum laude, at the University of South Florida over in Tampa.
Muy bien, what do you have? La fresa.
You know, it's interesting when you talk about foreign languages, and we're lucky to have a Spanish teacher who seems to transition as easily from first and second graders to middle schoolers, and that program has also grown. We can learn from it. Vocabulary development comes from it. Again, arts integration.
LACS is a helping hand to everyone that needs it.
You'll get lots more hands-on activity and you'll be able to achieve higher.
LACS is a very caring school.
LECS is the paradigm for getting a great foundation and starting your schoolwork.
LECS is a school that caters to your child's every need.
LECS is about the children.
LECS is a great working model of how a school should be.
LACS is a family.
LECS, I think of as a garden filled with flowers that all bloom at different times. You give the kids the opportunity to grow and flourish the way they need to grow and flourish. That is really what makes us who we are. We invite you to come into our school to spend some time with us. Our website, www.lecs.org. We invite you in to be part of our family.